So I think everybody knows that we witnessed our government participating in the assassination of our choice for our next president, Donald Trump. So, and it's painfully obvious. I know the exact same people that might be watching this with their pompous smirks, calling it conspiracy theory. Well, fuck you, because you're a piece of shit and everybody knows it now. You're exposed. Everything's painful, way too obvious. So here, check this video out. This is when people started pointing out this kid who's right there in plain sight. You got these morbidly obese Karens that are doing a better job at surveillance than our Secret Service and the local law enforcement. He's right there. They give him 3 minutes. And then you can see the snipers with their rifles trained on this guy. And they did not take the shot until he took his. 3 minutes is an eternity for somebody to be so close and obviously planning to assassinate Donald Trump. And now the FBI, who's probably responsible for allowing this to happen, are in charge of the investigation. And now this idiot who just graduated high school, they can't crack his phone. And they're saying he was a Republican, a registered Republican, which is bullshit. You can tell by looking at him, he's a liberal little fucking piece of shit. And they do that all the time. They sign up as Republicans so they can skew polling data and whatnot. So anyway, all these people called for him to be assassinated, and then they let it happen. They watched this kid take the shots, and everybody who let this kid take the shot, Secret Service, law enforcement, everyone who watched this happen should be brought up on charges for the death of the innocent bystander. So again, I know who's smirking and has that face which I want to punch right off, but I wouldn't because that would violate Facebook standards. But enough's enough. We got to get this government held accountable, and we got to stand up to these liberal pieces of shit that are never happy unless you're fully plugged in to their philosophy, their mindset. You be plugged into their hive mind. They'll never stop. You know, you can't LGBTQ. They won't be happy unless you're tossing their salad. They're not. They don't want just equal rights. You got to praise them. You can tell them how brave they are. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. Let them bathe with little kids because it's all natural. Because we're just Nazi murderer Nazis that hate everybody except white blonde hair, blue eyes. The narrative doesn't work anymore left because you do everything based on race. You've segregated this society so much that I don't think you can cut it into any more pieces. You're just pieces of shit that think you're better than everyone else, and you're not, and your time's coming. So we will do it the way we always do it, which is without violence. And if we find that the election is rigged, we're not going to just stand by and let it happen. Because who over the last 4 years has had more... I think every conviction for voter fraud has been on the left. Time after time after time, over the last 4 years, there has been prosecutions. Nobody talks about it. But every bit of voter fraud has been the left. And the biggest fraud is allowing the millions of votes over the border. Why else do you think they would let all these people in that want the free handout? And who's going to give them the free handout? The left. So they're just letting votes over the border. That alone should disqualify them from this future election, this next election. Anyway, enough of that. I'll do my rants on video because written word doesn't translate as much. It doesn't translate my anger. But again, not violence that I'm calling for. It's to stand up and change us whatever we can lawfully and peacefully to stop these people who do not go by that code. They don't care what they have to do. As far as they're concerned, unless a man can shower with little girls and do women's sports and drag queens can control the military. I mean, they're so out of fucking control. Unless they have everything they want, it's war. And whoever's in their way has to die or get taken out. Well, you need to all be held accountable, and you should all be in fucking prison because you're disgusting. So, anyway, have a great day, guys. Peace out.